was zeichen today to daven in this Makom Kodesh and to Kriyas HaTorah from the Sefer Torah from the Mittler Rebbe Schusi Yogan Aleinu, which is a big schus. It certainly will bring in a lot of oira into your neshama. I will serve you for zmanim, for many days, many weeks, perhaps your lifetime, and your generations after you. The reisham of hearing Kriyas HaTorah from such a heilige Sefer Torah. In Kehelas, we have 24 item. There are different kinds of times, different categories of zman. There are good times and times which aren't so good. As we say by Mincha Shabbos is a big Eis Ratzin. So we say then by Kriyas HaTorah, Vanis v'yilasi l'cha Hashem Eis Ratzin. There are times of Eis Ratzin, a time when the Eis is a favorable time to find favor, to find chen by the Rabbeinu Shalom. And then there's times of the Midas Hadin, seasons in the day, in the year, moments in the day, like the 9 days or Tisha B'Av. We won't call that an Eis Ratzin. We Yidden always try to do our mitzvahs and do our tefillas in a Eis Ratzin when it says man of Midas HaChesed by the Rabbeinu Shalom. Usually, we'll say that the first half of the Chodesh is more of an Eis Ratzin, because Yidden are compared to the Levana, and the Levana keeps on perfecting itself. The Levana becomes larger and larger, and until the 15th day of the Chodesh. After that, the 15th day of the Chodesh, that's the climax. The Levana is a round sphere. Levana Bashalamusa, the Levana is in fullness. Klal Yisrael is in its full status. Then we start the way down. The Levana gets smaller and smaller. And the Shulchan Aruch, it says that since the second half of the Chodesh, when the size of the Levana decreases, is not such a nice Ratzin. It's not such an auspicious time. So we don't make any chasana in the second half of the Chodesh. A chasana we want to make in a nice Ratzin. So every important date in Klal Yisrael usually is in the beginning of the Chodesh, or better yet, at the height of the Chodesh, in the 15th day of the Chodesh, when the Levana is complete, when Klal Yisrael is complete. So Rosh Hashanah is the first day of the Chodesh. We're beginning, it's the Moiled. Klal Yisrael is on its way up. Sukkot is the 15th day of the Chodesh. Pesach is the 15th day of the Chodesh. Chamishasa B'Shvat or Chamishasa B'Av, the 15th day of the Chodesh. The prime time of the Chodesh. An exception is Chanukah. Chanukah is all the way at the end of the Chodesh. 25 days in the Chodesh. Also, we Yidden always give Kedima, we give priority to the right side, which is Midas HaChesed, not to the left side. When you put on your sleeves, your clothing, you put on the right side first. And Yidden were always makbid to give Kedima, to priority to the right side. You turn to the right side. Of all things, the Chanukah lamp is on the left side of the door. Left, smile. It's almost the Isis of Samach Mem Aleph Lamed, the sun, the left side. The daytime is a Zman of Chesed. Yoimam Yetzav Hashem Chesed. Night is Midas Hadin. We send our Chanukah licht in the darkest parts of the year, when the nights are the longest, in the Leilei Teves Haruchim. We Yidden know that you are Rabban Shalom, Ata Echad, V'Shimcha Echad, Mikam Yisrael Echad, Echad. We are in the Rishus HaYachad of the Rabban Shalom. That's Shabbos. That's why we can't carry out on Shabbos into the Rishus HaRabim. We're going out of the Rabban Shalom's atmosphere. Chanukah licht we sinned in the Rishus HaRabim. Maybe not today for certain reasons, but you have that in the Gemara and the Shulchan Aruch, that preferably the Chanukah licht should be kindled in the Rishus HaRabim. So, what does that signify? Also, we know that the Shechina is above 10 Tfachim. The Gemara says so in Sukkah. That's why a Sukkah, if it's lower than 10 Tfachim, it's possible. The Aron HaKodesh in the Kodesh HaKadoshim was 10 Tfachim, because the Shechina dwelled on the Aron HaKodesh. Tzorechim b'chanfeim ala kapayos, 10 Tfachim. Chanukah licht we kindle beneath 10 Tfachim, lemata me'asara Tfachim. What does that signify? There are two Yemim Tovim, which are Golus Yemim Tovim. For Yidden in Golus, when the nest that happened to us in that time wasn't a nest when Yidden were in our Admasam in a good state, in favorable conditions. It was sort of Golus. Purim, the nest of Purim happened in the Golus. Chanukah also in the Golus of Yavan, in the Golus. These two Yemim Tovim, Chanukah and Purim, are Vachadike Yemim Tovim. In the weekdays, there's no Yom Tiv. You're allowed to do a Malacha and Chanukah and Purim. It hasn't got a din of a Yom Tiv. It's in the weekdays. We say the complete Shemana Esrei with all its 18 brachas. It's a weekday Yom Tiv. Chanukah is a Yom Tiv for Yidden in the Golus, for Yidden in Nikvus de Mashiach, in the lowest part of the Golus, at the end of the Chodesh, on the left side of the door, in the Rosh Hashanah, in the darkest part of the year, when the night rules supreme, a long, dreary night, a short day, a long night, Leila Tavis Aruch. It signifies the Galus. In the Galus, unfortunately, there are many neshamas that get caught in the whirlpool of the Galus. They're lost in the Galus. Nei Hashem nishmas adam. A candle is like the neshama of a person. Shlomo Melech says, there are extinguished neshamas, neshamas which are blown out. This is today. Around 90% of the Jewish nation today, like never before, don't even know what Shema Yisrael is. We're in the dark, long night, the longest night of the Galus. And there are Yiddish neshamas which don't sparkle, which are blown out. What do we do on Chanukah? We're supposed to go out into the Rosh Hashanah, into the domains of the Satan. In this territory, conquer territory from the Satan. And the neshamas which are on the left side of the door, neshamas which are the Mata Meyasera, they fell to the depths of Yetzer Hara. And we take a shamas, we take a candle, and we light these neshamas. We light these neiros. Nei Hashem nishmas adam. These neshamas that were blown out, that were dark, in such a situation of Rosh Hashanah, Aleilei Tavis Aruchim, Atzat Smail, these neshamas, we give a new sparkle in them. We make them glow again. We go out, we're mekara with these neshamas. And on these neshamas, these blown out neshamas, we light them, we kindle them, they're glowing, they're sparkling, and we recite HaNeiros Halalu Kodesh. These Neiros are Kodesh. This is what Chanukah is supposed to teach us. That in the dark, now is the darkest part of the Galus. Like the Zohar says, that before dawn, before daybreak, is the darkest part of the night. We are certainly right before the Zman of Mashiach. There's no question about it. But now is the darkest part of the night. And there's a chiyuv of every Yid. And the Lubavitcher Rebbe, Zechayna Levarecha, taught us that. Go out into the dark night, into the wintry, stormy night. On the left side, Lamata Meyasara, give light, give sparkle, give glow to the blown out, extinguished neshamas. And let the world know that Aneiros Halalu Kodesh. There are a lot of things happening today. We don't know what's happening. There's a lot of kashas that people who aren't up to date in the Munah can ask kashas. Why the Holocaust? Why the 6 million? Why is there so much epikosis in the world? Why are so many Yidden estranged from Yiddishkeit? Why is are the Rishoyim Matzliach and the Tzadikim are not. Tzadik V'ralei Rasha V'Tayvlei. Why? Why are there so many Yetzaharas in the world which seduce a Yid and pull him away from the Torah and the Rabbeinu Shalom? Why only in our generation do we have the internet and all the other Yetzaharas that so many fell prey to? And Nebuch cut off their kasha with the Torah, with the Rabbeinu Shalom. We have kashas. Why? Why does Rabbeinu Shalom do so to the tzaddik? In this man of Chanukah, in the darkness of the night, there's a lot of darkness. We don't see the light. We don't understand why is Rabbeinu Shalom doing this. In this period, prior to Chanukah, we read in the Sefer Torah, as we did today in the Heilige Sefer Torah, conditions in which the Avis HaGadoshim were situated with kashas. The Seder Vayishlach. Why is Esav? Why must Yankov Avinu bow down to Esav? Is this a Kveit Shemayim? Is this a covet of the Tzaddik Yankov Avinu? We should have to bow down to Esav 7 times yet? Why Yankov Avinu, the favorite Tzaddik of the Rabbeinu Shalom, B'nai Yankov Bechira, he's the Bechir Shebiyavis. Why did he have to go through so much trouble by Ravan? In this week's Seder, why was his daughter kidnapped? The Tzaddik Yankov Avinu was kidnapped by, his daughter was kidnapped by Shechem. Why? The Rabbeinu Shalom doesn't take care of the Tzaddik and his family. Why was there a hatred between Tzaddikim? Quarrel among the Heilige brothers, Yosef and his brothers, to the point where they sold him to Mitzrayim. These are tzaddikim. Why are all these things happening? The Medrash answers that with 3 words. Vayhi ba'esahi, vayered Yehuda me'yesechav. By the story of Yehuda and Tamar. Why must the Parsha start with Vayhi ba'esahi? Should have said Vayered Yehuda right away. Vayhi ba'esahi. What time? So the Medrash says, things were happening then that were dark. We don't understand them. Yet, Yosef is being sold to Mitzrayim. The brothers are having a machlokes. Yankov Avinu is trouble with Dinah. Yehuda is busy with marrying Tamar. Whatever's happening today, basically everybody is busy. There are things happening. And this time, when things are so dark, when there's so many kashas, Yankov is busy with his Inyan, Yosef with his Inyan, the brothers with their Inyan, and the Rabbeinu Shalom is Bayrei Olam Shamelech HaMashiach. The Rabbeinu Shalom is preparing Mashiach. My time is running out. I'll tell you a very big hitzah. That the Medrash says that Medrash and Chumash would be a surprise, perhaps. The Shvatim had no Bechira. They had no power of choice. They had to sell Yosef and Mitzrayim. It was the plan of the Rabbeinu Shalom. The goddess had to begin. And Yosef had to be sold in Mitzrayim to become the king of Mitzrayim and prepare the ground for Yankov and his family to come. It had to be that way. The brothers were actually compelled to sell him to Mitzrayim. This doesn't happen to us. But sometimes the big tzaddikim, the Arachaim HaKadosh explains it in the beginning of Acharei, the Rebbeinu Shem takes away the Bechira. And they have to do what they were compelled by Hashemayim to do. Yosef was compelled to talk on his brothers. The story of Dinah, it had to happen that way. Because we need Mashiach. There are two kinds of Mashiach, Mashiach ben Yosef and Mashiach ben David. From Dinah and Shechem, Asnas was born, and she is the wife of Yosef. And from her comes out Mashiach ben Yosef. With Yehuda and Tamar, Mashiach ben David comes out. With whatever happened with Yankov and his brothers, the goddess Mitzrayim came, which was a necessary prerequisite for the Kedusha of Yidden, that they should be purified in Mitzrayim and be able to become the Jewish nation, the B'chata Banu Mikol Ha'amim, and be Mikabo the Torah and go into Eretz Yisrael. With whatever things are happening, we don't know B'shas Mainzer what's happening. But then, the morning, the dawn starts shining, and we have Zrichas HaShemesh, and we look back and we understand that the Rebbeinu Shalom is Beirei Oilei Shemelech HaMashiach. It all happened that time, Vahi Ba'Isahi, and this thing, in that time, many things are happening. But there's one centerpiece in the entire happenings of these Sedras, that Rebbeinu Shalom is preparing Mashiach. When you go home and you take your calculators, you're going to figure out that Vayhi Ba'Esahi is B'Gematria HaMelech HaMashiach ben David. That's what's happening. All what's happening now, things which we don't understand. When we read the papers, we see the Atzlacha of the Rishoyim. Iran is terrorizing the world. The Arabs are terrorizing Yidden and the world. Nebuchadnezzar Yisrael. It seems that it's being given back. The Gaza, and there are more plans for that. We don't know what's happening. Don't worry. You don't know the whole story. It's dark now. It's Leilei Tavis Aruchim. The Rebbeinu Shalom is preparing Oilei Shemelech HaMashiach. V'hi B'Esahi HaMelech HaMashiach ben David. What does that mean to us? You are the Lubavitcher Hasidim, and you know more than others. You have to prepare yourself and others for Mashiach. When you make the bracha, L'hakalik Nashel Chanukah, and the Rebbe should hope that Mashiach should come before that yet. But if Chaz v'Shalom, Mashiach isn't here by Chanukah, when you make the bracha, L'hakalik Nashel Chanukah, you should know that when you sinned on that candle, it's a pile demyaini. It means that you're sending on your own neshama. And when you bend down, l'mata meyasara, to tzin the Chanukah candle, you are giving light. You don't know how it works. The Rebbeinu Shalom knows how it works. You don't know how it works. You go down the bottom of the Empire State Building and push a button, and all the lights in the entire building go on. You don't even know. You push the button. Every mitzvah is a button. Our book consists of 248 buttons. Our 248 Averim corresponding with the 248 mitzvahs. We don't know what we accomplish when we do a mitzvah. But what we do is dynamic. It's dynamic. We can either bring light to the world, or chas v'shalom, bring churban to the world, with every movement of us. So in Tzimper Chanukah Licht, bring light into your own neshama, bring light into other neshamas. You should know that the tafkid of this daya, the calling of our generation, is to bring light into the dark night of Teves. In the Rishus Rabbim, there are never so many neshamas who are in the Rishus Rabbim, in the talons of the sun. We have to bring light to them, and the Rebbe should help that in the schus that we are improving ourselves and improving others. So the Rebbe should help, and we should all be zeicha to Oyer Chadash Otzi and Toya. It's not Nesach Chabad.
TorahAnyTime.com sends cameras out day and night to video and audio record the best Torah classes around. So what are you waiting for? Watch, listen to, and download lectures on TorahAnyTime.com.